Now, how does one achieve your goals with positive emotions? I think it's about having a well-rounded, well-balanced life, both at work and at home. Um, to feel the joy, one needs to be content both at work and at home. You have challenges in both, but I think it's important to be content and to be happy in both areas. I look forward to coming back to see my family as much as I look forward to going to work in the morning, and that's because I'm passionate. I'm driven by both work and home, and that really allows me to achieve my goals in a more easy way. I think if one didn't have a balanced life as such, it makes it much more difficult. I think when you look at very successful entrepreneurs, very successful business people, they have a rich life both at work and at home, and also personal goals. I think a lot of people like to achieve or aim to achieve greatness, and it doesn't necessarily mean one or the other, whether it's in business or at home. It could be personal challenges. I like to challenge myself by sailing, by doing extreme sports, by doing a lot of other things outside of work. And at the end of the day, if you're happy by doing all of these things and achieving such things, then those sort of positive emotions are channeled into achieving success.
Powerful emotions is about flavor to my life. It's just like cooking a dish. How you want to make the dish taste good is about adding good flavors into the dish. For me, having powerful emotions is about adding positive, feeling good emotions to my life. And how I term it is about happy feeling good, energizing me is also to make my self-esteem better.
Powerful, positive emotions. How do we use that? Have you ever felt like confident, powerful, excited, enthusiastic? How do you use that emotion? Let me give you an example. Let's say you've got something you got to do. It's a task that you don't really enjoy doing. How do you use your emotions to get going with that task? This is what you can do. Think back about a time when you had these powerful emotions of excitement, of enthusiasm, of urgency, of achievement. Just sit back, recall the time, go back to that time, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel what you felt. Get the whole emotion in your neurology, in your body. And as you're feeling that strong feeling of power, link it with what you have to do. The task that you really didn't want to do. When your emotion is so powerful and strong, and you link it to that task that you need to get done, think about what you're going to do. You're going to get it done just like that.
I want to be successful. And to be successful is about being mindful, is about being sensitive, and able to sense our emotion is the next thing that you must know. And most of the time when I'm able to handle my emotion properly, I'm also better in making decisions and also choices in life.
Throughout any journey in business, one would experience both negative and positive emotions. Running a business, running a senior role is never easy, and there's a lot of stress involved. There's the joyous moments, there's the sad moments, there's the funny moments, there's the happy moments, and also probably some of the more challenging moments. But at the end of the day, we need to sum up where we're going, have a clear vision, have a clear direction, and the overall positive outcome from all of these factors are based on having a positive and powerful emotion. Now, throughout your lifetime, I think everyone will go through ups and downs, hopefully more ups than downs. And you will have negative emotions. It could be on a daily basis, it could be certain scenarios or outcomes or situations in your life that may make you feel down. And I think all of us feel that way. Whether you're president or whether you're a normal executive in a company, you have your good and bad days. Now, at the end of the day, I think the idea is to try and stay positive as possible. At least that's my mantra. Because when you're positive, people around you feel good, they feel at ease, and that's really important. But even for yourself. So personally, I try not to take anything too personally, especially at work or at home. You know, I think that's a great lesson. It's not easy, but it really allows you to alleviate such negativeness. Some people do exercise to alleviate stress and negative emotions. Some people take a walk. Some people hold it up, which may not necessarily be the best way. So we all have different ways to channel negative emotions out. You know, some motivational speakers say that we can only have 5% or 5 minutes of our negative time per day, which is good if it works for you. So I think at the end of the day, we all feel happy when we're experiencing positive emotions. And, you know, we all have different ways to channel out the negative. So, you know, work what's best for you, whether it's doing some form of de-stressing, if you will, or exercise, or speaking with someone, communicating more. We all have different outlets, and, you know, I think it's healthy to find what outlets they are.
What are those negative emotions that we have that we don't want? And how do I do that? Normally, I will go for exercise. That actually helps me to feel good after that. And of course, when I don't feel good, I will look for friends whom I can talk to share with them my problems. And everything that I've just said is all about taking action. And action actually creates emotions back into our system.
Negative emotions like anger, sadness, fear, hurt, and guilt. What do these negative emotions do to us? Now, in the Journal of the American Medical Association, there's already an article in there that says that anger suppressed or expressed results in a disease. So, does negative emotions serve us? Do we benefit by keeping our negative emotions? But how do we know that we've kept negative emotions? Think about this. Have you ever had a situation where, you know, something happens and it's a small little thing and it triggers you and you get very angry? Have you had that experience? And you said, wow, why did I get angry for? You know, that was just a small thing. Now, if you have that experience, then you do have anger in your neurology from the past that has not been let go of. And when we keep anger in our neurology, it's like, you know, you have anger here, it's going to block the flow of information in your system. And that's how eventually you get diseases.
Being able to understand that has really given me a much better clarity in terms of, all right, I am feeling this particular way, but I don't necessarily need to act on it. And what I'm going to do is going to be much more of a considered decision rather than an emotional one.
I think I'm pretty fortunate in a sense that I'm a pretty positive person all around. You know, but I do have my down days as well. I try not to bring that home. And when I do, I try to either speak to someone. I try to use an outlet like playing my drums, playing tennis, doing something of that sort to really flush out such negative emotions if I have any. But, you know, at the end of the day, I also use deep thinking and thinking probably more on a mental basis to resolve these issues. And I always subscribe to an ancient Chinese proverb of a clear mind allows us to see more clearly, which is simple philosophy, but it really allows me to philosophize the fact that if I can clear my mind, be more positive, then I can create more happiness for myself. And that's more a mental way of dealing with. If I philosophize the fact that if I can clear my mind, be more positive, then I can create more happiness for myself. And that's more a mental way of dealing with.